the Apostle Paul brought in Hebrews in chapter 3, where he tells of how where a house is made by someone, all things are made by God. And that's the logical conclusion. Yes, if they would have operation, they wouldn't want some unskilled person working on them. They want the best, someone who was skilled, someone with high intelligence who studied. So if it takes someone of high intelligence to operate on the body, would it not likewise take someone of even higher intelligence to have created it? So that's only logical. What many of them stump over is, where did God come from? That's the one thing that they stumble over. They can say, okay, everything was created, but then who created God? See, God could not have any beginning. That's just the way it is. There's no other way to get around it. That God, as the Bible says, is from everlasting to everlasting. That is the logical conclusion. So that's why when Jesus said, when someone came to him and said, called him good teacher, he had a problem with that. He said, why you call me good? There's only one that's good. It's God. See, Jesus was taken to a higher level, way above him, the one that taught him, the one that gave him power and authority, the one that created him. As Jesus said, I live because of the Father. He's taken to a higher level, the one who not only has love, but is love. He sets the standards. God. He's far beyond. He cannot be seen by any human, or we would die. So God is you can't comprehend him, and you cannot assume on him. You only can take whatever God tell you about him. That's what you have to take. You cannot make no assumptions of anything. When you start making assumptions, that's when you start getting in trouble about God. Can't be calling God the Trinity. He ain't never said it. Nobody's ever said that in the scriptures. You see, you're dealing with someone who's far beyond our thinking ability. He says his thoughts are higher than ours. His ways are higher than ours. He had no beginning. So you're in a whole different level when you talk about God. See, Jesus is the image of God. He's not the original. See, God is the original. God created Jesus. So, and so when you're talking about the God of Jesus, you're going to a whole nother level. And so, and as the Bible says, there's one God, there's one mediator between God and man, and that's Jesus Christ. See, God's too far above us. Jesus mediates between us and God. That really, there's a lot of stuff to learn that we'll never have an opportunity to say there's nothing to learn, because God is from everlasting to everlasting.